Hello, everyone. My name is Pratik Oswal, and I am currently head of passive funds at Motilal Oswal AMC. And we are all excited to announce the launch of the S&P 500 Index Fund. The NFO dates are 15th of April to the 23rd of April. And I look forward to having participation from all of you. And secondly, thank you, Groww, for giving me this opportunity. But in terms of what is the S&P 500 and why is it important and why should all of you take it very seriously? S&P 500 is almost over 60 years old, and it is the largest or single largest gauge of the US economy today. So if everyone asks me how is the US economy doing, they are talking about the S&P 500. The reason why it's a very important index fund is because S&P 500 was the first ever index fund launched in the world, and this was in 1975. So it was launched and it was launched by the biggest mutual fund today, which is Vanguard Mutual Fund in 1970s. And today it is the largest and most popular index in the world. So if you look at the 3 out of 4 of the largest mutual funds today in the world, they're all S&P 500. And just in a matter of size, today almost $10 trillion of money is benchmarked with the S&P 500 index fund. So what is $10 trillion? The Indian economy today is about 2.7 to $3 trillion. And the S&P 500 today is over three times the size of the Indian economy. So it's a very important index. It's a very historical sort of index and historical fund, and we are proud to launch this in India. So why is this relevant for an Indian customer? So I think one of the big reasons to why a lot of investors today are choosing to diversify with international funds is because of asset allocation. So today, an average Indian investor, only has access to 3% of the world GDP. He's missing out on the 96 to 97% of world GDP that could be got from international investing. So we are extremely small, and it's important to understand that today, increasingly, a lot of our expenditure is happening in dollar. The reason why, so when I went to the school in the US, if I went to the same school again, it would cost me almost three times the same amount. And that's because of how the rupee has lost value over the last 10 years. The reason why the iPhone is so expensive today is because not to do with the price of the iPhone. Yes, the price has gone up, but it's majority dependent because the dollar has worked against us. So I think increasingly, because we're buying more foreign products, we are doing more foreign vacations, we are doing more foreign education. It's important to have that part of your portfolio. I would say minimum 5 to 10% of your portfolio invested in those foreign funds, in dollar funds. And the S&P 500 is super simple. I think every US investor today has an S&P 500 in his portfolio. And the way we've seen it, I think index funds, especially in the US, are way better than active funds. We've seen from data that 90% of all active funds in the US have been outperformed by the index. And it's very simple. We all know today that finding a fund manager in India is hard. Finding in US is even harder. So might as well just buy the index. And as you all know today, the S&P 500 brands, especially in the minds of say a 25, 30 or 35-year-old, is a lot stronger than the Nifty 500, which is India's top 500 companies. As you can see from the back, most of these companies we all know about. We see them on a daily basis or maybe a weekly or a monthly basis. And I think that this is the opportunity to buy some of the biggest brands that are behind me. So that is what I think I'd like to say. Even in terms of returns, this fund has done phenomenally well. You're looking at something that has done better than Nifty 500 or Nifty 50 by 5 to 6%, annually, over the last 10 years. So it's a good fund to have. So it lowers the volatility of the portfolio. It gives you that dollar hedge, and it also gets you better risk-adjusted returns over a very long time period. And also, it's an opportunity for you to participate in some of the best companies in the world. So today, I'll be I mean, a Tata Motors is not competing with a Maruti; it's competing with a Kia, with a Hyundai. and we all use a lot of these products on a daily basis. So I think a portfolio also has to evolve as we change our spending from less of Indian companies and more of foreign-based products. So with that, thank you so much. Please get in touch with me on social media if you have any questions. I would be more than happy to talk to any of you, and look forward to having you participate in the NFO. Thank you so much.